Evet, herkese merhaba. Assassin's Creed 1'in yeni bölümüyle karşınızdayım. Kaldığım yerden devam ediyorum. En son burada bırakmıştım. Bakalım ne olacak.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm
We're
coming.
nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Evet, az kaldı. Bakalım yatmadan bir iki şey konuşabilecek miyiz? Hayır. Adamın kalemi yine var bakın. Ben onlardan almıştım zaten. Herhalde yenilerini çıkartmışlar. Neyse hadi yatıyorum. Yapacak bir şey yok çünkü. Hadi bakalım.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies.
Read, my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The Peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then.
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
Daha çok hasar vereceğim ha. Bir de fazladan bıçağım varmış. 10'dan 15'e çıkacak galiba. Hadi bakalım.
He's going to hit someone. What's he running from?
Polis. Yazıhane.
Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave.
Malik'le konuşmak istiyorum. Normalde konuşmuyordum biliyorsunuz ama konuşayım bakayım ne diyor. Merak ettim.
Safety and peace, Altair.
Upon you as well, brother.
Seems fate has a funny way with things.
So it's true then. Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
I've seen the knights myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. If he's here, it's because he intends ill. I won't give him the chance to act.
Do not let vengeance cloud your thoughts, brother. We both know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Truly you are not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still pieces of this puzzle I do not possess.
What do you mean?
All the men I've laid to rest have worked together, united by this man. Robert has designs upon the land. This much I know for certain. But how and why, when and where, these things remain out of reach.
Crusaders and Saracens working together?
They are none of these things, but something else. Templars.
The Templars are a part of the Crusader army.
Or so they'd like King Richard to believe. No, their only allegiance is to Robert de Sable and some mad idea that they will stop the war.
You spin a strange tale.
You have no idea, Malik. But tell me where they've been seen. I should be after him before he slips away.
3 places I can say for certain. West of here, near both a guard tower and a hospital. And to the southwest, at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. See what you can learn. I will do the same.
I'll be quick as I can.
Stay safe, my friend.
İyi davranıyor artık. Üç soruşturma gereklidir. Açmadığımız tek yer şu kısımlar. Da başlayalım.
He's going to hurt himself. When he does,
Kaç bıçağım var? 15 bakın.
why is he doing that?
Artık 15 bıçak taşıyabiliyorum.
I thought I was going to should stop acting like a child.
Ya hadi şuradan çıkamıyor mu ya? Çıkabilmen lazım. Yok çıkmıyor. Neden bilmiyorum ama. Soruşturma çıkmadı tabii ki de. Aslında bakın buralarda da olabilir ha. Yani tamam hep bir bölgeyi açıyoruz ama şu son dizilerde galiba karışık olabilir. Neyse biraz açalım, elbet çıkacak. Kartalları. Gerçi radarda bir tane kartal gösteriyor ama acaba onu açmamı istediği için mi yoksa yakın olduğu için mi? Yakın olduğu içinmiş. Bakın gitti şimdi.
You look familiar.
I beg of you. I beg of you just a few points, please.
Burada muhbir mücadelesi var. Ama kartal açık değil. Dur. Kartal açayım da öyle geleyim. Bir tane bulduk bu arada. Soruşturma. Demek ki buradaki kartalı açınca buraya çıkmaz da şimdi bu. Ne yaptı? Oraya ışınlandı. Tamam, doğru kartalı bulduk. Sadece açmak kaldı. Düşme düşme. Tam düşerken shift'e basıyorum bu arada, düşmüyor. Bilmeyenler olursa.
Why would anyone do that?
Why is he doing that?
لا يوجد مهرب أيها الرجل العجوز.
Don't hurt me, please!
اللعنة. أين المسؤول عنها؟
Karşıya nasıl geçebilirim? Ya kapraz atladı ya. Allah'ım yarabbim.
Where is the one responsible for this?
Hah.
Where is the one responsible for this?
Ne tarafında bunun atlama yeri? Burada. Hadi bakalım, inşallah açılır oradaki. Adam bulduk orada bir tane ama radarda görev olarak göstermiyordu. Umarım o açılacaktır. Evet, 2 tane açıldı burada. Bir tanesi hemen şurada, pickpocket. Ondan başlayayım. İçerideler. Keşke aşağı inmeseydim. Tekrar çıkayım buradan. Aynı yerden. O değil de bayağı çubuğum olmuş. Şimdi fark ettim.
Who saw what happened here?
Take the map I've given you and see that the guards are placed accordingly. We'll be safe enough during the procession. It's the burial that worries me. Easy for our enemies to hide amongst the crowd.
If you're so concerned, why not post your own men? Search the site yourselves.
Our presence here has caused enough chaos. I can only imagine how the people would react, seeing Crusader soldiers marching across their holy ground.
Then perhaps you should not attend at all.
He was our friend and brother, and we will honor him as he passes from this world. You insult me by suggesting otherwise.
I'll post the men. I don't want trouble either.
Then stop trying to make it and do as you've been asked.
Çabuk, şu deli bana çarpacak, çabuk ol. Tamam. Soruşturmalardan bir tane. Kaç tane soruşturma istiyorsun? 3 tane.
You shouldn't be here. Be gone.
Çok asker var orada. Hiç uğraşmayayım.
You're hurting me. صنديق ملعون. Don't hurt me, please.
Tamam.
Such a strange man. Look, what is he doing? How bizarre. How odd.
Evet bak o gördüğümüz adam. O 5 dakika.
Have you seen all the vile Templars in town? I have been ordered to kill as many as I can before the burial of your latest victim, Majd Udin. I am sure if it were your mission, it would be done in no time. I have learned much while looking for those Templars. I will share valuable information with you when you get back.
Oha kaç tane hedef var ve gizlice öldürür. Görüyorsunuz oyun gitgide zorlaşıyor aslında zorluk seviye olarak. Şöyle yapalım. Çatıya çıkalım ve hepsine bıçak yağdıralım. 14 tane var. Biri gitti.
Çık ortaya!
Ortaya diye bağırıyor Türk. Bir tane burada var. Attım kaçtım görülmeden. Görülmemek önemli. 3 hedef kaldı.
What? Who's done this? Tell me.
O kargaşa var orada ya. Bir hedef birden var. Doğru hedefe kilitlenmek de çok zor. Şu bir. Bir de daha gitti. Son bir tane kaldı. Biraz ortalık sakinleşsin diyeceğim ama böyle uzaklaşmam lazım. Orası şimdi kalabalıktır. Burada konuşan biri var bu arada. Çabuk görüleceğim. Görev tamam da nereye gideceğimi bulmam lazım. Hah, tamam. Hayır. Aman. Askerlerin arasına düşersem şimdi olmaz. Siz işinize devam edin. Oh, çok zor görevlerden biri aslında.
Why I joined our clan. Just to be in your presence is a gift from God. This is what I have learned about Robert's men. They are well prepared for battle. To fight them all at once would be unwise. Better to let them chase you for a while before striking back. But it is disrespectful for me to tell a master how he should behave in combat. Forgive me, master.
Gidelim buraya.
That's sure to leave a mark. What? Ayyuhallah!
No, please don't leave. Just a few coins, please.
Help! I need help! Please, anyone! Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür. Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
Takılmış plak gibi konuşuyor. Ya şu beni görecek ama.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Evet.
Kaybetmeyin onu! Gel buraya!
Ya şimdi bunu öldürsem şimdi o şey görevlerini sayacak. Öldürmek de istemiyorum. Adamlar beni görürken tırmanmanın şeyi bu. Taş atacaklar, düşeceğiz. Attılar ama yine tuttum. Tamam neyse. Hallettik. Dinleme çıktı. Hadi gidelim.
Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtulduk. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin vermiyoruz. Evvelki sefer
Koşmazsam eğer bir
Gözünüzü dört açın, geri dönecek.
şey yapmayacaklar. Koşmazsam eğer. Sağ tuş yapmamanız gerekiyor. Oyunun başında öğretti.
İçine karışmayı seviyor. Gözünüzü dört açın. Kimsenin sizi kandırmasına izin vermeyin.
Did you see them? No, but I've heard the whispers. Is it true? Crusader knights in Jerusalem?
It is.
And?
Different from the others. Finely dressed and bearing expensive gifts.
We should relieve them of this burden.
They've made camp near David's citadel, close to the cemetery.
To attend the funeral?
So it seems.
Then let us visit their camp while they pay their respects.
Robert bir cenazeye katılacak. Hadi bakalım. Kaç soruşturma kaldı? Ha tamam bitti soruşturma. Dönme zamanı.
Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtulduk. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin vermeyin.
Hop buradan gidersem saldırırlar.
You are not supposed to be here. İstediğimizi yaparız, tamam mı?
Biraz bıçak çalsam iyi olacak. 5 tane kaldı.
Hırsızlar dar ağacına müstahak.
Tarafta yok mu hiç ya?
You don't understand. I have nothing.
Ha burada var.
Please, sir, have any money? Please, can't you spare something?
Ulan ben aldım.
I'm poor and sick and hungry. What's going on? What are you doing?
15.
Dar ağacına müstahak.
You've no reason to stand here. Leave.
He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for.
Hadi bakalım.
You've the scent of success about you, brother.
I've learned much about our enemy.
Share your knowledge then. Let us see what can be done with it.
Robert and his Templars walked the city. They've come to pay their respects to Majd ad-Din. They'll attend his funeral, which means so will I.
What is this that Templars would attend his funeral?
I have yet to divine their true intentions, though I'll have a confession in time. The citizens themselves are divided. Many call for their lives. Still others insist that they are here to parley, to make peace.
Peace?
I told you. The others I've slain have said as much to me.
That would make them our allies. And yet we killed them.
Make no mistake, we are nothing like these men. Though their goal sounds noble, the means by which they'd achieve it are not. At least, that's what Al-Mualim told me.
So what is your plan?
I'll attend the funeral and confront Robert.
The sooner the better. Fortune favor your blade, brother.
Malik, before I go, there's something I should say.
Be out with it.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
We are one. As we share the glory of our victories, so too should we share the pain of our defeat. In this way, we grow closer. We grow stronger.
Thank you, brother.
Rest if you need to, Altair, that you might be ready for what lies ahead.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Hadi bakalım gidelim şu cenazeye.
Kime boyun?
Ulan tapınakçı varmış
Kime
burada.
boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Gel buraya. Korkak. Bu tarafa. Gel buraya.
Yok oldu. Yerine ışınlandı herhalde. Bunlar işte o toplanabilir şeylerin arasında var işte. Bunları öldürmemiz. Bunlara belki bir ara yaparım. Canlı yayında dedim ama bilmiyorum, bakalım video da yapabilirim. Aslında video yapmak daha iyi olur. Bir yandan diyorsun ama bir yandan zaman harcıyorsun. Bir yandan videolara. Canlı yayın yapsak kalitesi biraz düşük oluyor. Ve sonra karar vereceğim artık.
We gather here to mourn the loss of our beloved Majd-ud-Din. Taken too soon from this world. I know you feel sorrow and pain at his passing, but you should not. For just as we are all brought forth from the womb, so too must we all one day pass from this world. It is only natural, like the rising and the setting of the sun. Take this moment to reflect on his life and give thanks for all the good he did. Know that one day you will stand with him again in paradise.
Amen.
As you know, this man was murdered. We have tried to track his killer, but it has proved difficult. These creatures cling to the shadows and run from any who would face them fairly. But not today, for it seems one stands among us. He mocks us with his presence and must be made to pay. Seize him! Bring him forward that God's justice might be done!
Seni gözün kapalı bile yerim.
Çok fazla okçu var.
وراءه اسرع انه يدرك نفسه يقبض عليه انه يعود انه يدرك نفسه يقبض عليه
Yapamayacağım. Çok aşırı zor.
There's no way out.
Ne oluyor? Ok yiyorum sürekli paso. Okçuyu göremiyorum bile ya.
You can use stealth kills to create a distraction.
Çok zor bir yer. Bu okçuyu halledemezsem olmayacak bu iş. Bir türlü yapamıyorum ki.
Kaçman fayda etmez. Beni gözüm kapalı bile yeter.
I will end your life.
Beni gözüm kapalı bile yeter.
You cannot escape.
God is on my side.
Şimdi ana hedef kaldı. Hadi bakalım.
I would see your eyes before you die.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
No sorcery. We knew you'd come. Robert needed to be sure he'd have time to get away.
So he flees.
We cannot deny your success. You have laid waste to our plans. First the treasure, then our men. Control of the Holy Land slipped away. But then he saw an opportunity to reclaim what has been stolen, to turn your victories to our advantage.
Al-Muallim still holds your treasure, and we've routed your army before. Whatever Robert plans, he'll fail again.
Ah, but it's not just Templars you'll contend with now.
Speak sense.
Robert rides for Arsa to plead his case that Saracen and Crusader unite against the Assassins.
That will never happen. They have no reason to.
Had, perhaps. But now you've given them one. 9, in fact. The bodies you've left behind, victims on both sides. You've made the Assassins an enemy in common and ensured the annihilation of your entire order.
Ortak hedefmiş.
8.
What do you mean?
You were not my target. I will not take your life. You're free to go, but do not follow me.
I don't need to. You're already too late.
We'll see.
İzin verdik gitmesine.
Find down! He's over here! Don't get away from me! Keep up with him! Don't let him get away! No way out! Don't let him get away!
Kaçamadım.
Get him! Get him! You will not get away from me!
Burada değil. Başka bir yere bak.
Can't find him anywhere.
Hey! Çık ortaya!
Hadi bakalım. Robert de Sab değilmiş, bir kızmış.
It was a trap.
I had heard the funeral turned to chaos. What happened?
Robert de Sable was never here. He sent another in his stead. He was expecting me.
You must go to Al-Mualim.
There's no time. She told me where he's gone, what he plans. If I return to Masyaf, he might succeed. And then, I fear we'll be destroyed.
We have killed most of his men. He cannot hope to mount a proper attack. Wait, did you say she?
Yes, it was a woman. Strange, I know. But that's for another time. For now, we must focus on Robert. We may have thinned his ranks, but the man is clever. He goes to plead his case to Richard and Salah ad-Din, to unite them against the common enemy. Against us.
Surely you're mistaken. This makes no sense. These two men would never...
Oh, but they would. And we have ourselves to blame. The men I've killed, men on both sides of the conflict. Men important to both leaders. Robert's plan may be ambitious, but it makes sense. And it could work.
Look, brother. Things have changed. You must return to Masyaf. We cannot act without our master's permission. It could compromise the Brotherhood. I thought you had learned this.
Stop hiding behind words, Malik. You wield the creed and its tenets like some shield. He's keeping things from us. Important things. You were the one told me we could never know anything, only suspect. Well, I suspect this business with the Templars goes deeper. When I'm done with Robert, I will ride for Masyaf that we may have answers. But perhaps you could go now.
I cannot leave the city.
Then walk amongst its people. Seek out those who served the ones I slew. Learn what you can. You call yourself perceptive. Perhaps you'll see something I could not.
I don't know. I must think on this.
Do as you must, my friend. But it's time I ride for Arsuf. Every moment I delay, our enemy gets one step ahead of me.
Be careful, brother.
I will be. I promise.
Hadi bakalım. Bu sefer Al-Mualim'e dönmüyoruz. Olaylar kızışıyor. Şimdi şu dağ simgesine doğru gidiyorum.
Use some say me. Teach your heresy elsewhere.
Bu nerede acaba? Derken buldum kapıyı. Evet, bu bölüm burada keseceğim. Arsuf'a ayrı bir bölüm yapacağım. Ben izlediğiniz teşekkür ederim. Bir sonraki bölüm Arsuf'tan devam edeceğiz. Bir sonraki bölüm görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.